Hey everybody, this is Greth from Greth's Story Time, and I have a story for you. It's been a while since I did a real story. It's just been random videos. Now let me start off telling you, my laptop works perfectly fine now, and it looks pretty fucking amazing. I love it. And it works fine again. Just gotta put Norton antivirus on it. After a whole week without it, I'm back with my baby. On another side note, I also like to point out, it's 1:32 a.m. on a Monday in August, and I have a kitty cat in my lap. Enough about my cats. Let's zoom this out. Enough about my cats and stuff. The reason why I'm holding my camera is because my new free external hard drive is taking the place of where I would normally put it. But I guess I could just do this, sit up, and not be lazy. So this story is about good old A&P Patterson, the store that we all truly love and hold dear to our hearts. So, many new things has happened since my last video about where I work. They ripped up some registers and renumbered them all, and of this has caused some confusion for certain customers. And new rules have been applied to doing your job. And a lot of them don't make any sense. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of hate all of them. Pretty much. I don't hate all of them. Some of them are kind of cool. Like standing at the end of your register makes it a little easier to get away with texting if nobody's a manager status is watching by. But supposedly, those union reps, they're watching you through cameras somewhere. It's creepy. Well, but I'll get to that story later. This story is about some signs. Yeah, that's right, signs. So when they ripped up the register 1 and 2 and then bumped all the numbers up, register 3 from then on became 1, and thus therefore all the numbers would change beyond that. They kept the sign saying 10 items or less right where the register 1 and 2 used to be. So I was ringing out this $400 or $500 order. And of course, one of those people had to use food stamps, and they had like 5 billion different food stamp cards and have to pay for it. I mean, I kind of like those people. I'm like, oh, I feel so cool because I actually know how to do my job at this point. It makes me feel somewhat important because half these cards wouldn't work by sliding. I had to manually punch this shit through. So what happened was, I ended up ringing this woman out. There's this woman. It was kind of busy for this day. There's this other woman right behind her, and she had like 2, 3, maybe 4 items. I don't remember off the top of my head at this point. It was just a couple weeks ago, and she gave me this attitude after I finished ringing up this $400 or $500 order. Because you know, you always get those customers who go, "Oh, I thought this was an express lane." It's like, I look at the sign. I notice it's it looks like it's sort of in between both the registers, but it's more towards the register behind me, which is register 2. Yeah, which would be register 2 at that point. Because originally the register I'm on, which would be register 3 at that current time, used to be register 5 before they got rid of the original register 1 and 2. I'm going to stop it there because I don't want to make it too confusing, but as I said, they left a sign above where original register 1 and 2 is, thus causing the confusion because she thought register 1 was 10 items or less, register 2 was 15 or less, and register 3 was 20 items or less. Ordinarily, she would be correct. Register 3 used to be an express lane, but that wasn't really register 3. I'm confusing myself and everybody. Let me just get back to the story. So she sits there, tells me, I thought this was an express lane. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, ma'am, this is not an express lane. She said, yes, it is. The sign says 20 items or less. I'm like, ma'am, that sign's over register 2, not 3. I worked here for 2 years. I'd like to think I know what register is what in this store. And she kept arguing with me. It's like, well, they got 3 signs. This means this is an express lane too. And I'm like, you're wrong. Just take your groceries and leave. I don't want to sit here and argue with you about what register is what. As long as I ring you through, you should be happy. It's just customers like that. I just want to punt. Because they just cause problems for no reason at all. But I'm a nice guy. I don't really believe in violence, so all I am is all talk. That's pretty funny stuff. So yeah, it feels kind of good telling that story. So this is Greth for Greth Story Time. That's all the time for this video. Time for the next one. I got like 2-3 more of these.